to the Relaxation for Dogs series, Part 6. Power of touch. A wonderfully beneficial experience for both dog and handler is the power of touch for enhancing the relaxation process. These include reducing stress levels due to a decrease in cortisol, otherwise known as a stress hormone, boosting hormones in relation to the parasympathetic nervous system, which is the opposite to fight and flight, increase in natural antidepressant and anti-pain chemicals, serotonin, Jones, 2018, reduces anxiety, lowers heart rate, builds trust. This list is not exhaustive. Many pet dogs are busy joining in with the family life and on the move when they experience the touch of our hands. This exercise is designed to teach dogs calmness during the stroking interaction, which can seem difficult at first. So it is important that the exercise builds up gradually over several sessions. Once your dog is in a nice, relaxed, flat, down shape and resting, before there is any stroking action of the hands, firstly, simply rest one hand on your dog's shoulder, the fleshy muscles at the top of the foreleg, but only apply your hand if your dog is totally still. Whilst your hands rest on your dog's shoulder, apply gentle pressure under the hands, a little like the weight of a wet flannel. When you apply more pressure, moderate pressure, the effects are more positive than providing less pressure. Jones, 2018. This will allow you to feel the subtle rhythm of your dog's breathing motion. Your dog will experience the warmth of your hands and gradually become used to the feeling of touch whilst existing with a calm and peaceful mind. Repeat this slowly and mindfully several times. 1. Wait for stillness. 2. Rest your hands on the soft area of the shoulder. 3. Apply gentle pressure. 4. Notice the breathing rhythm. 5. Try and breathe in the same rhythm as your dog for several breaths. Important note: remove your hands if you sense your dog is going to move. Start over once you notice stillness. Build up the time your hand is resting here, until your dog seems still and relaxed for several breaths. Repeat this exercise a few times each day, if time permits.
Good. Very, very nice. Good. Yes, I'd make a point of that several times a day, a particular mat, like a bathroom mat or something like that. Yeah, and take one similar, just have it as your dog training mat and take it everywhere and do exactly this exercise. But if someone put a massage couch somewhere and your brain didn't say, oh, thank goodness I can chill out, then they haven't conditioned a very relaxed response to the massage couch, have they? So you just want to think a little bit about that. So that's it. So just encourage him back on into a sit. That's fair enough. So just see if you can encourage him up and onto there. Well done. Wait for him to do an SIT before you touch him. Remember how powerful your touch is. And then start the stroking process again. That's it. And now go to the mat and see if he's happier there. Good. And then start the stroking process, perhaps down the sides. That's good. And possibly he'll do a lie down, good, and then rest his head eventually like he did. Takes a few repetitions for these behaviours to sort of sink in, but because this is just such an amazing feeling, he's not used to it. He's used to this sort of like, well, I can't rest, I can't switch off, and so on. But if you teach this, you'll find he can come to work with you and find this quite an easy thing. Oh, tell me, when I was a hairdresser, I had all my dogs were there. They were ever so good. Yeah. Good. Well, we call it a day with that exercise. That's a really, really nice way to end. You know, he's a good boy. That was nicely done. And you can see that he'd like to relax, can't you? He's almost gone heavy in his face. He just wants to put his head down. Let's go down his body again and just see if he perhaps puts his head down. Really long, slow strokes. There's a little yawn. So he's just coming down off his sort of stress ladder, if you want to call it that. And this is when you would start introducing gently a little brushy mitt or, you know, those sort of things that they're not overly keen on, just whilst he's in this relaxed state. It's best to do it when they're relaxed rather than overexcited. Okay, so he tends to do this and then he starts relaxing. Is he coping better with his baths now?
Yeah, she said he's got better.
Good. I'm only watching this. I want to see what he does afterwards. Sometimes they do things in a pattern. There you go. So because his body's more leaning towards me, if you put a sort of slightly more into your stroke, as in very slightly firmer stroking along this side of his body, that's it. He might lean into it. There you go. Did you suddenly feel that? They tend to lean into pressure a little bit. So if you stroke them with a slightly more pressure, they'll lean into that hand. So you do it on the way on the side that you think they're going to flop down onto. Good. Very nice. And I love that you're handling his tail because they're oh-no spots sometimes.
I know, because we have to, because it gets so naughty.
Good. There you go. That's the dog we're after, eh, Bobs? He's done a good job. So all the way from the face right down the body, so he gets used to that. That's it. Just gentle, gentle. And then the bony bits come last, but he's really obviously familiar with you, so that's nice. Good. Nicely done.
Now that you have trained your dog to understand the foundation exercises, you can begin to put them together to create your relaxation protocol. This exercise, over time, with practice, will become easier over the weeks, and your dog will appear to find this relaxing space in his mind and body naturally and with ease.